Hello and welcome or welcome back to the Daily Dish, where we get food for thought daily to help nourish our soul. It's things to think about, ponder, digest, and then help us through our day or week, whatever we're going through. I have a little bit of intro here, and so I'm going to timestamp when the reading actually starts. So if you don't want to hear the specific channel messages I got, and a couple other things, then you can just skip ahead. So I always have that in the description box, or I try to. So today is on. So I did get to upload just for. I guess I have some housekeeping. I did upload a collective reading on Saturday, Soul Searching Sunday, and I got the Daily Dish for Monday and Tuesday. Monday's about moods. Tuesdays, I call it Tuesday tempos, but it's more about the actions we can take, being more in touch with that. And today is what I call Wednesday wisdom. So wisdom from spirit, lessons we can learn, lessons we have learned, just words of wisdom that we can take with us and think about and then move forward. Okay. Then I have Thursday and Friday. Friday is Friday energies, Friday frequencies, and then the weekend energies. And then again, now I'm starting something that I'm calling midnight messages, but it's called midnight musings. I think I may have midnight musings on there now. It's midnight messages, but I call it midnight musings. So in my little thumbnail, it's night vibes. So it may not always be midnight, but this time for right now it is. And it's just a collective message that is coming up, and it will be coming out on Friday. So check that out. Anyways, so I did some channeling, and I had quite a few things come through. And I'm just going to say, I scribbled it down and it kept coming. I'm like, whoa. The first word that I got when I was channeling before I started this was rose. And I was trying to listen. I kind of heard the word boat, water, or so. I mean, I don't know. Some of you may be actually going sailing or actually going to go in a canoe or a rowboat. I mean, take it as it resonates. This is a general read, so it may not resonate for all of you. So just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're going to see if any of this stuff comes up in the reading. Then after I heard rose, then I heard lining up, waiting your turn. And then I heard amusement park. So some of you may be, I know that doesn't have to do with soul searching per se, but it can sort of give you an idea of your character. If you go to an amusement park, and you're in a row of people and you're waiting your turn in line to get on the ride and you're impatient, you may want to do a little check in there and think about your ability and your patience. Some of us may need to work on our patience. Some of us are already very patient, so that helps, somewhat. All right, let's get into this now. And again, like I said, it is a general read, so it may not resonate for all of you. I am going to mention a couple of things. If you are a Cancer Leo cusper, I released at the beginning of July, but that is out. So it's specifically for, I believe, it's July 19th through the 25th. You're going to know if you're a cusper, but I think that's the time period. It's on the video. But if you're a cusper, I have that up. So that's really good for the whole summer. It's really good. I did it for July because it's, Cancer Leo season. Next month will be Leo Virgo. So, if do remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you aren't part of the tribe, and comment down below. If you aren't part of the tribe, do join the tribe, because if any of that kind of stuff interests you and you don't want to miss any messages or any content, just smash that subscribe button. If you watch the video all the way to the end, there's a little thing on there that says 1111, but otherwise you can just hit that subscribe button and you won't miss anything. All right, we're going to do one more shuffle and then we're going to get into this. Okay, so this is words of wisdom from Spirit and the universe, what we need to know. I do suggest you watch the whole video. If mine tend to be about a half an hour, unless the message comes lickety split, 15 minutes to a half an hour, but it usually is more towards a half an hour. So if you don't have time for that, you may want to save the video, watch it later, because I do recommend watching, whether it's mine or anybody else's, a video all the way through, because even if it doesn't seem to resonate in the beginning, many times there are messages that come through at the end. The reading shifts in the middle and the end messages come through and things can change, and that may be the message for you, so you may miss it. So what I do is I save videos, especially of my favorite readers, but and sometimes I see new ones and I'm like, that sounds interesting, let's check it out. Well, I like to watch everything all the way through. So I want to make sure I don't miss anything either. Okay, so let's get rolling here. Well, feeling left out. Feeling left out in the cold. The Five of Pentacles is a lack mentality. There may have been some sort of loss for some of us in the collective, and we're feeling that sense of kind of like, I'm hearing the word forlorn. A feeling of, I'm hearing specifically, are things ever going to get better? Are things ever going to get better? And what I'm hearing in response from that, sorry, I have something in my eye. I always have things in my eye, allergies, and I can't see it in my left eye right now. What I'm hearing Spirit say for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, my dears in the collective, my lovely little souls, this is a karmic lesson. Saturn is in retrograde still. Started, I believe, the end of June. Might have started around the summer solstice, June 17th. I also did a summer solstice reading too, which I did on the 17th, the beginning of summer, but it's good for the whole summer and beyond. But I mean, all my readings are timeless. These are timeless as well. So even if you don't watch this on Wednesday, even though it's Wednesday wisdom, that's when it comes out. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to apply on Wednesday or this week. Take it as it resonates. If you click on it and you watch it, that could very well be a message for you in here. Okay. I'm hearing it could have to do with work. And I'm just going to touch on, it doesn't have to, but I'm going to move this up. I always touch on the bottom of the deck. And this is why my videos end up being longer. Because I get caught up in the bottom of the deck, and I get a lot of information from channel messages from the bottom of the deck. It's something that you, I hear, we're looking forward to, or something that you keep focusing on. You're focused on in your life, and you keep waiting. You're waiting for this opportunity to come, and it's not coming. And you're waiting, and you're waiting. You're just waiting for that moment that's going to come that'll tell you, to kind of signify which path you should go on. You may be at a point where you don't know what to do right now. But I don't know if I said it, I don't know if I finished my thought. I'm hearing Spirit say for some of us in the collective, this is some sort of karmic lesson. Again, the patience thing. Standing in line at the amusement park. If you don't have patience, and sometimes it's a pain in the ass, because some of those lines can get really long. But that's an amusement park. If you don't like the lines and you don't have the patience for that, I don't think you belong in an amusement park. But that can tell you a lot about yourself. If you can't stand in line, in leisure, doing something that you love and wait for it, then when it comes to your life, you may want to do a little check-in on yourself. Patience. Everything comes in divine timing. I'm still hearing rose. Rose. First I thought it was rose the flower, and then Spirit said no, R-O-W-S, rose. And I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're going to move on, but you're waiting for some sort of opportunity, and I feel like you have been focused on this and working on it, but for some reason it's just not coming through, and you're feeling almost forlorn, like, is this ever going to happen? Is this ever going to happen for me? Now, I don't know what it is. I felt work related, or maybe you're in school and you're looking for a job, or something to that effect, but it could be anything in your life. So again, take it as it resonates. Think about it. Don't make it fit, but think about it. And that's what these are. These are food for thought. Take this information with you and think about it. Watch some of it. Go through your day, and maybe some things will come to you. All right. I was going to say crossroads, damn it, and here it is. Yeah, okay. I'm almost sensing that this is a test from the universe for some of us, to see how in tune we are with ourselves, how in tune we are with our authentic self, our higher self, with Spirit and the universe. Our, not looking at things in a mortal, earthly way, looking beyond that. Some of us may have already gotten to that point where we know that what is worth having, is worth waiting for. And sometimes it can take longer than we want, and it can be a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie, you know. But okay, so we have so the focus, the wisdom is here from Spirit. This is the main message here, and then we'll get to the outer line here. That you're at a crossroads to make some decision in your life, and at this point, you can't really see which way to go. You've been looking. I'm not saying you're not looking. Some of you might not be, though. Some of you may be in denial about something. Maybe you think you're looking. Maybe you're not looking in the right direction. Think about that. Maybe what you're focusing on isn't really meant for you. Or maybe it isn't really meant for you at this time. You're not ready for it. But this card is asking you to trust your gut feeling. And you definitely want to watch, if this is where you're at, you definitely want to watch the, all four of them. The Saturday Collective, very informative with this. Sunday is Soul Connections, but it's about soul searching. And then Monday and Tuesday's readings, the moods and the tempos kind of tie into this. So that may resonate for some of you. Let's move on. What you're seeing right now, well, what you know right now is you want to move forward, and you want to do it now. You're ready. You feel like you're ready. Just because we feel like we're ready doesn't mean that we actually are, though. Again, the ego may get in the way. I just want to go. I want to do. Well, maybe there's some lessons here that you haven't quite... Oh, I was touching on Saturn retrograde. Haven't quite learned. Saturn is all about Capricorn energy, discipline, and structure. Overall, basically. And with Saturn in retrograde, this is going to be a time where karmic lessons are going to come back to us. Which is a good thing, because it gives us the opportunity to tie up loose ends and work through things that maybe we just didn't finish. We pushed it aside, didn't want to deal with, maybe we're in denial. And these things are going to start surfacing now. And we have Saturn in retrograde until November 4th. And coming, I believe it's July 2nd to September 3rd, Venus is going to be in retrograde. And I will touch on that later. I won't go into that now. But that's going to affect us emotionally. So things are going to start moving forward in a direction. And the universe is only going to bring things in our lives as we each individually are ready for it. And I feel with some of the collective right now, some of us just aren't ready for it. I could be included in that too, okay? What you're not seeing, what you're not seeing, I hear two things here. You're giving your time and energy to one thing. You're focusing on one thing. I think you're looking in one direction, and what you really need to focus on, you're looking over here, but it's really over here. You're looking to the left, but you really need to look to the right. And, Spirit's over here like, woohoo, hello, and you're still looking to the left. Now, maybe you don't want to see that, or maybe you just don't realize you're in denial, or maybe you do realize it, and you just want to focus on something else because you don't want to have to deal with that. Well, it's going to keep coming to you. It's going to stay there, and you're going to be stuck in a stagnant energy. Now, the Six of Pentacles can also be that the universe is, because that's about balance. The universe is over here trying to give you an opportunity, giving you some, again, words of wisdom. Those little coins there may be little tokens of, I'm trying to give you synchronicities. I'm trying to give you subliminal messages here. And for some of us in the collective, it's like, you're just not seeing them. So it's a matter of sitting back and really paying attention. Take this blindfold off. Whatever this blindfold means to each of you, take it off. Pay attention to what's going on. Spirit's saying, I don't have a problem with you sitting and taking time. Because, like I said, you're at a crossroads. You don't know. It's a double-edged sword. You almost feel damned if you do, damned if you don't. Spirit doesn't have a problem with you thinking about making this decision, but Spirit wants you to realize that it's not time to move forward just yet. For some of us. So if you feel like you're lacking something, you may be, and again, well, I'm going to finish my thought. You may be doing that to yourself. It's a lack mentality. Not that you may have some loss right now. You may be feeling some sort of, like I said, loss or whatever it may be. But that doesn't mean that's going to last forever, because after the Five of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles. So the universe is trying to see how you handle this. All right, so let's see what your potential obstacle is. Your obstacle is wanting to move too fast, too soon. That's what I'm hearing. Too fast, too soon. Slow the pace down a little bit. This is about communication. This is about travel. And it's about going at a very high rate of speed. So, your frustration is coming from wanting to move too fast, too soon. Potential actions moving forward. Yeah, see, it's okay. So I may have to clarify these just to get some specifics here. So this may be a half-an-hour video, just so some of you can get some specifics. And tomorrow will be Thursday thoughts, so there's going to be some thoughts about what's been going on, and particularly if these energies come up, we'll touch on that. But we'll see what comes up tomorrow. The actions moving forward is you need to work through these internal battles. You need to work through something in your life is blocking you. And this could be other people, so it could be other people involved. I'm going to have to clarify that to get some specifics. This is some advice, just some advice. Oh, 10. Okay, we have the 10 of Swords to the Lovers to the 9 of Wands. Yeah. You're hurting yourself here by focusing. The Lover's card is about basically vice and virtue. Instant gratification as opposed to waiting for what is really best for you. You can see it as good versus evil type energy. Maybe high vibes, low vibes type thing. What it is the universe needs you, instead of looking at what's happening on Earth, earthly things, material things, a job, moving forward here on Earth, is looking up to the universe and saying, I mean, you can ask the universe for help, your higher spirits and guides, and say, I need some help here. Please guide me. Please help me see what I need to do here. Because I've been trying and I want to move forward, but for some reason I keep getting these obstacles or these delays, these whatever it is, and it's bothering me. And then this is a card of like giving up on it. So you're forlorn, you're like, it's not happening, it's just not happening. And the universe is trying to tell you that's because it's not meant to happen yet. There's some sort of lesson here. Let's clarify a little bit here, shall we? Let's clarify. We're not doing too bad on time, so maybe this won't be a half an hour, depending on what comes up. These are already pre-shuffled here, so let's give it a couple shuffles on camera so we can get your energies in it as well. All right, collective, here we go. Spirit, what can you tell us about the Two of Swords? There's the Eight of Wands. So, I'm hearing Spirit say, I don't care what you think, what you decide, but I want you to know right now, collective, for many of us, it's not going to happen any faster than it's meant to happen. I don't care what you think. And I'm sorry if you feel like you're lacking, you're feeling forlorn, and this is saying don't give up. Don't give up. Because if you give up, the universe is going to say, listen, you're not learning this lesson. And I'm not going to be giving you opportunities. I'm not going to give you these coins to advance and move forward if you're not going to even put an effort in. I just heard Spirit say, stand in line like the rest of us. We all have to wait for things to happen. Now again, some of us have more patience and are willing to wait. Just natural for some of us. And for other of us, especially if because there's a lot of wands here, especially if you're a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and I'm not picking on fire signs, and I have a lot of fire in my chart. I'm on the cusp of Leo, and I have an Aries moon, I have a Leo Mercury and Venus, And then my rising in tropical is Taurus, but in sidereal is Aries, true sidereal. So if I was paying attention to the true sidereal, I have a lot of fire in my chart. But even in tropical, with my moon, my Mercury, and my Venus, and I'm on the cusp of Leo, really? Let me tell you, I can have moments of impatience. Slow speed internet, not good for me, not at all. But sometimes either the internet doesn't work. It's finally working, so I'm doing these, and I'm trying to pace myself so I don't get too, wrapped up in it, and then I get all frustrated. So I'm trying to keep it at a level. But we have to think about that. We have to be, I hate this word, but we have to be mindful of it. Universe is saying, I'm not going to have anything move forward until you come to a realization that you need to trust your gut. So the universe is trying to tell you something internal. Your answer is within you. And you have to trust the universe, the more spiritual side of you, your intuition. It's a feeling. It's not something that you see out here. It's not something that you can see and hold in your hand. Sure, there may be subliminal messages like synchronicities and numbers. And, there's a video I just did, and it was the Collective, and it was called Let It Be by the Beatles. That I woke up singing that song. I woke up late, so it was kind of late. It wasn't early in the morning, but I woke up probably 11 or something. I'm on the West Coast. I don't know why I was like, I had not been listening to music. I didn't hear that song anywhere, and then the lyrics came to me, and then I realized, oh, holy crap, this is a message for the collective. So it was about letting it be. So because I got this channel energy of Rose lining up, waiting your turn, and I'm hearing Spirit now say, you may not be actually going to an amusement park. It's like waiting in an amusement park. You want to get on that roller coaster, so you stand in that damn ass long line. And let me tell you, you can stand there for an hour, sometimes almost 2 hours, depending on what time of the day is, and if it's summer, it can be. But in the long run, it's worth it, because the exhilaration you get from the ride, I mean, I love roller coasters, but whatever it is you want to do when you go to an amusement park is worth the wait, because you wouldn't go there and wait in those long lines if you weren't waiting to get on that ride and that's what you wanted. Does that make sense, collective? Okay, we're going to move on here. Knight of Wands. You're holding on to this idea that if I can only just I just want to keep doing stuff. If I just did something more, maybe I need to do more. And you're holding on to this. Look at this. You have the 4, the 5, and now then the 6. And again, it could be work related. Pentacles can be about work. So maybe you're trying your hardest to be promoted, or you're trying your hardest to get a job and it's just not happening. First of all, this is a bad time. Remember that. Just because COVID has kind of lifted. I'm in California, so we still have issues with COVID here. I've just now started walking around without my mask, where everybody else was. If I go on any type of public transportation or somewhere where I'm out in the public with a bunch of other people, hell no, I'm wearing my mask. I've had it twice. First time, no symptoms. Second time, not so great. But, I survived. It's kind of like if you haven't had it, it's kind of like having a really bad cold or flu. You're really tired and really achy, and it's not a good thing. The headaches, I had really bad headaches. That was the worst part. But anyways, you're holding on to this idea that maybe I need to do more. Why is this not working? It's because it's not time yet. Spirit says it's not time. It's not time. Spirit's getting a little, huffy here. 6 of Pentacles, what you don't see. So Spirit's saying, don't give up. Stay strong here. So Spirit, what are your spirits saying for some of us in the collective? And again, this isn't all of us. Maybe some of us are not having a problem being impatient, so this may not be the message for you, at least not now. But Spirit is saying that if you just stay strong and don't give up, you will eventually get what you want. It may not be exactly what you want. Maybe you're looking in the wrong direction. You're going to figure something out that's going to push you in either a different direction or a different way of thinking about it, and then the universe is going to say, yes, this is what we wanted. So Patience is a big thing. Is our lesson here for the collective. I'm hearing again, waiting your turn. Wait your turn. Waiting our turn. It's going to happen differently for everybody, whatever it is you're going through. And you can't make it go any faster. It's going to mess up the energies, and the universe is going to say, nope, you didn't learn a lesson. We're going to do it again. We're going to keep doing it. You're going to feel that lack mentality till you're blue in the face if you don't sit there and think about it and just slow down a little bit. But you got to stay strong. You got to stay strong. And if it's not the right direction, start thinking about, maybe this isn't the right direction for me. But maybe if I go do this, and you research it, think about it. Now let's see. Your obstacle. See the King of Cups. Emotional maturity. I am hearing Spirit say that some of you are really just basically having a temper tantrum because it's not happening when you want it to. All right. Spirit said, and you included. All right. I hate when Spirit does that to me. Yeah, okay. Message heard. I claim this. So, there's an emotional maturity that comes with patience. And if you let your emotions overtake you, you're going to have a harder time. You're just going to have a harder time. This is what's going to happen. You know, you're going to keep feeling this hurt over and over and over. And again, it's what I'm hearing is self-imposed. Things may be happening in your life that you can't control, but it's all how we perceive things. Yes, I hear you, Spirit. It's all how we perceive things and deal with it that can help us get through. Because the Ten of Swords is the end of the hurt. So Spirit's trying to help you through this, so you can pay attention to your higher self, what you truly need, and not give up. Don't give up right away. After this is the Ten of Wands, and it's releasing some sort of burden. And it's the burden of thinking that you have to have, it has to happen right now or it's not going to happen at all. It's kind of a black and white. And Spirit says you got to pay attention to, again, as a lot of us readers say, you know, our life, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a journey. It's step by step, learning the lessons, learning how to deal with things that come in our way so we can move forward. But that comes with an emotional maturity, and that may be your challenge. You may be passionate about doing this, and this is what you want, but your emotions may be getting out of control, and then you start basically throwing an adult temper tantrum. Whether you do it in public or not, doesn't matter. It can be in the privacy of your room, like I do. So, I'm guilty too. Five of Wands. See this? You see this? It's the Ace of Cups with the Five of Wands. It's loving yourself and saying, you know what? Self, just calm down. Just calm down. As much as I want this. And the 5 to the 7. Oh, that's 5 to the 8. 5 to the 8 is the Three of Wands. Just wait. Just wait your turn. Just wait your turn. That's the wisdom of the day. Just wait your turn. Just wait. Like everybody else. Self-love is going to help a lot of us through whatever it is we are dealing with right now. Let's get to the Ten of Swords. The King of Wands. Now there's that wand energy again. But see, the King of Wands, you have the King of Cups and now the King of Wands. With this emotional maturity is maybe a challenge for some of us. Again, just remember, this is your challenge position of letting our emotions get the better of us and wanting to move forward, our passions, and not having the patience, thinking logically about it. Although this is about intuition, the Swords is all about logic and our thoughts. It can be about communication, but it's all in how you think about it. The King of Wands, though, now the King of Wands is a energy of the Divine Masculine. So you have the Knight of Wands, see? So what you are aware of is you want to move forward, but the King of Wands is saying, yes. Yes, my dears, my dear souls. I understand you want to move forward. I understand because I have the same energy, and I was in that position many, many times on my journey. But now the King is made from the Knight up to, from Page to the Knight, to the Queen to the King. The Queen does have more emotional. The king doesn't. The king does everything. He has emotion, he has passion, but he's more intellectual about it. He doesn't let that most of the time. Sometimes he can, but if it's in reverse, it's not good. Sometimes he can misuse his power, but most of the time he is aware of the fact that, yes, this is something that I want, and yes, I want to have it done now. They're wands are go-getters. That's a go-getting energy, action. Always want to be doing something. Some of you this is the Leo card. Some of you may be a Leo, because you have wands. The Leo is fire energy. Wands, fire energy. Wands, fire energy. 9 of wands, fire energy. There's a lot of passion and wanting to take action now. The King of Wands is saying, my dear souls, in order to stop the hurt, you have to implement some patience. This is not going to happen on your time, the way you want it. The universe knows when we each individually are ready for this. And it's just a matter of taking it day by day. It's not saying you have to stop completely. Maybe you can still take steps to keep moving forward. Learning. Lovers. Let's get to the lovers. The Empress. Love this. Because this is the divine masculine. This is the divine feminine, which I see this card, divine masculine, divine feminine. This Empress is saying, it's coming to an understanding. This is something that you want to give birth to, if you will. The Empress is all about fertility. This is something that you want to give birth to and start nurturing so it can grow and grow it, but when people are pregnant, when they actually are physically pregnant, some of you may be, 9 months is usually the gestation period of a human, a female, and a baby. And yes, sometimes the babies come sooner, sometimes they actually go later than when they're supposed to be due. And if it comes sooner, that just means there's delays, because if you have a preemie, many times, with technology today, many times preemies, not all of them unfortunately, and I'm sorry if anybody has had to deal with that, but preemies need some extra nurturing because they're not quite developed. And you're hoping that when they finally do develop, like up to the 9 months and moving on, and they may develop a little bit slower. I have a great nephew that was a preemie. He was born like a month and a half, 2 months early, and he looked like a little alien, but he survived, and he's fine. But it's best to just wait until the 9 months. You want it to be the 9 months because you want the baby, the birth to be, the child to be healthy. I'm trying to do it metaphorically, and I can't think of a word, but and if it's after, then it's not that it's better to because then they'll induce the labor, so the person, because you don't want to wait too long, the baby shouldn't be in there too long as well. So it's a matter of just letting things happen when it's meant to happen. The Empress is an energy, again, of patience and nurturing, knowing that nurturing yourself emotionally, physically, even intellectually. She's the queen of all queens, the Empress, feminine energy, divine feminine, but letting things happen naturally, the way they're meant to happen, and not trying to. This Empress isn't going to try to push that baby out any sooner than it's meant to be. The Empress isn't going to push something in her life forward, trying to push it forward when it's not ready to be born. If that makes sense, metaphorically. Does that make sense? So the lovers, you have a choice. You can have it instantaneously. You can have something now. But that may not be the best answer. And there's that Queen of Pentacles. Again, patience. Queen of Pentacles energy, divine, she's a feminine energy, never going to give up. That divine, this Queen, when she gets a goal in mind, pursues it step by step, calculated, and knows the patience is key in attaining success, because the Queen of Pentacles does not want to make any mistakes, and usually doesn't, because they wait, they know, and they just keep at it, patiently wait. Bottom of the deck. Oh my God, it's 34 minutes. I'm so sorry. The bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. So you have, again, the Five of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So, more wands. Once you learn this lesson, you're going to be inspired by something after your eyes are open and you see this. You're going to see that you're going to realize in retrospect, and then you're going to get some sort of inspiration from the universe, from spirit, from your guides that are going to help you through this. Underneath that, Queen of Wands, Divine Feminine, stepping into your power. So, my dear souls, what I'm hearing with this particular message here is, again, you're going to have to wait your turn. Waiting your turn. You can't make it happen any faster. And if you keep that in mind and you don't give up, the Queen of Pentacles, what you believe, what you think can happen. May not be exactly the way you want it to, or the way you want it to, or when you want it to. But if it's something you want, you will wait your turn for it to come. I don't know if that makes any sense for anybody, but waiting your turn. That is what I'm going to call this video. Waiting your turn. All right. My beautiful souls, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below if you so feel like it. Tune in tomorrow for Thursday Thoughts. I'll try not to make it over half an hour long tomorrow. We'll see. And that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Yes? See you in the next one, whenever it is you join. And subscribe and join the tribe if you haven't. Peace out.